first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards remain for second down. First carry here for Ken Walker. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
He's got a man, complete. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. I don't think there's anyone who can possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second and 14. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Running right, here's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes his sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On second down, it's Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, Chargers 7.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Third and long, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On first down, Lamb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Chargers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Lamb. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Lamb. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll cover the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Justin Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quality coverage that time. The slowdown has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Complete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Lamb. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Defense showing blitz. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To the right side, this is Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks.
He's got him in. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
31, Chargers 28. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll toss this. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. In search of 8 yards here as they look to convert the 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers, 28.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And now remember, all all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on fourth down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the first down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Herbert. Forced out to his left. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Herbert. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.